Blackburn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Madam Secretary, just a quick question for you. Kingsport, Tennessee has the Holston Ammunition Facility, and it's a main supplier of explosive materials to the Department of Defense. And Holston is on the Army's unfunded priorities list, along with similar facilities there in Virginia, Missouri, Pennsylvania, and Iowa. Total request for modernization is $40 million. And these are basically World War II era facilities. And we need that money for modernization of these facilities. So I would call this to your attention, and I would ask that you commit to me that you will work on this to modernize these facilities.
Thank you, Senator Blackburn. It's nice to see you in person, first of all. You know, as General McConville developed the unfunded requirements list, those are obviously things that we'd like to have if we had additional funding, and we've tried to give you a sense of how we would prioritize them. As the chief just said, with the resources we've had to make difficult choices, but certainly going forward, I would commit to you to look into the ammunition facilities there and try to, for myself, develop a better idea of how it fits in with other places in the country that provide similar capabilities to us.
And I think it's appropriate that we review that, but that we make certain we have modernized these facilities because they are a part of our supply chain, if you will. In general, good to see you. There are a lot of people from Fort Campbell that fondly remember your and Ms. McConville's time on post, and so we thank you for that. O&M cuts and our concerns that are around these, given the aviation mishaps that have occurred, not only with the Guard, but also with the 160th SOAR. And I know that you are very familiar with these incidences. So talk to me a little bit about how we're going to get in behind this equipment. I know that you have heard, I have heard it from some of our men and women where they get the order to make it work when they are doing maintenance and repair or find a way to get to yes. And we want to be smart. Sometimes shortcuts do not serve us well. And our men and women in uniform deserve to know that when they get into that equipment equipment is going to allow them to fulfill their mission.
No, first of all, Senator, thank you. And, you know, I got a special place in my heart at Fort Campbell, and I have two kids serving there, and it's very special. And you make a great point on Army aviation. You know, our pilots have to have the flying hours to train. They have to have that. And our maintainers have to have the time to maintain those aircraft, and they have to have the resources. And so as we pressurize the budget, as we push on these type things, you know, we start, especially with trends, as the Secretary talked about. I worry about trends because trends start moving you in a certain direction, and you slowly start taking away things, you know, just a few less hours, a few more this, a few more those type things. Then you find out you have some very serious concerns. So I am concerned about that. I am committed to making sure that our units have the flying hours that they need to be proficient, and really more than proficient, that they can do their job in combat. And I'm committed to making sure that they're getting the parts and they have the expertise to maintain those aircraft.
Well, and as you know, I went to bat more than once to get dollars for those flying hours and to make certain that those were there. I've got additional questions for each of you, but my time is going to be running out. I will submit these to writing. In general, I'm going to come to you with a question on end strength. Right. As it relates to this budget. I am very concerned about the impact that is having on our military personnel and their families the uncertainty that that has inserted into their lives. So thank each of you for your time and your service. And Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Thank you.